Hello, everyone. This is Casual Talk here. Did you know that Onlyfans models, Instagram models, strippers, and escorts are all modern day prostitutes? What do I mean by that? A prostitute exchanges her looks and her body, sex, in exchange for cash, in exchange for luxurious things that involves a lot of money. It's unfortunate to the ones that are sex trafficked. I'm not talking about people like that, victims of rapes and stuff like that, and sex against their own will. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the modern day women, the ones that demands a guy to pay her bills, pay for her car insurance, pay for her gas, her rent, all that, right? You name it. These type of women exist in the year 2023. Women that you walk by in real life in the park, your local grocery store, your teacher, they could have an OnlyFans account and they'll be considered just as the same way as an actual prostitute that's selling her body. Nude photos, sexual content. People should think deeper. Oh, because she does this online, it doesn't mean nothing. That's her money. No, it's still sexually immoral. It's still a form of sexual sin. It still leads to the same category, sex. Sexual sin comes in all shapes and forms. As long as it's about sex, they're selling their body, they're showing their flesh, their nakedness to the world. Instead of keeping it private with a husband and being a modest woman, they're going down the opposite direction and working in reverse, just like how the devil works in reverse. The devil is the opposite of good. The devil works in all evil. Okay? Just because the women are hiding behind a professional quote-unquote label, I'm an OnlyFans model, I'm an Instagram model, I'm a stripper, I'm an escort, I'm not a prostitute. That should speak a lot of volumes. They just don't want to be caught or be called out of actually saying what it is. Being real. You're a prostitute. You are a prostitute. You're a whore. You're selling your body like it's garbage, like it's nothing. A gift that God gave you to carry another child, to give to your husband. Sex is a beautiful thing, especially if you're a virgin. And many people don't even have don't even hold that. They don't even acknowledge their virginity. They throw it away like garbage, like it's a disease. Like they don't want it. Like it's something to not even be proud of. It's like now these days, if you tell people you're a virgin, they frown upon you or they think something's wrong with you, especially when you're in high school and you're in middle school. It's like you have to lose your virginity the moment you're a certain age, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. What is so proud about that? What is so proud? What is so proud? I really don't understand. I have a daughter. You think I want her to be a failure statistic on how a lot of women are today in today's society? Carrying STDs like chlamydia, herpes, HIV, AIDS. The list goes on. Crabs, genital warts. You got to worry about all these diseases, unwanted pregnancies. There was a story that my wife recently told me of a young Hispanic girl. She had her baby in the hospital inside the bathroom, and she was in the bathroom for about 20 minutes. Okay? Could have been longer. If I find the story, I'll link it in the comments and the description box down below as well. Okay? She had that baby while she was in the bathroom, wrapped the baby in a garbage bag, and tossed the baby out, and got out the bathroom like nothing happened. One of the janitors or housekeepers, while cleaning the bathroom, found the lifeless body of the newborn baby. You already know God is going to have the final say, because if it was meant for the baby to survive, God would have made a way no matter what. It was better for the baby to not even be here and suffer in the hands of an evil, wicked mother, such as that young woman. This is what sex leads to. And yet probably the father didn't even care. And wouldn't even care, because he wouldn't have gotten another woman pregnant in the first place. That was not his wife. That didn't tie the knot. That didn't make it official and say I do. Have the marriage, and with God in the center of the marriage. People are not talking about marriage anymore. They're talking about just casual sex, flings, hookups, and that's it. That's it. Then they wonder why they're empty, they're hollow inside, they're soulless. They don't even care. They don't care about their value. They're degrading themselves. They're disrespecting their bodies, their very bodies that God gave them, misusing it. Then they want to call out God when all these bad things are happening to them because of sex. So sex also leads to soul ties. Why do you think all these other people comes back around? Especially when you're in a relationship. Temptation and the devil is real. All these things is involving sexual sin. Do you know how many men in power fail because of sexual sin? Do you have pastors today in sex scandals? One of the previous presidents was in a sex scandal. So many men in power, the government, judges, lawyers, attorneys, they get caught in a sex scandal. This is why I said from one of my previous videos how America and this world made everything about sex. It's like it's the driving motivation for men to get what they want and then leave and ghost the women that they had sex with. And then they also are part of the problem. They're creating prostitutes at the exact same time. So men and women are also at fault. Everybody got a mind of their own. But if you're letting society and the world and others and your hurt influence your decisions and your choices, you're weak. There are a lot of weak women and weak men in this world. I'm going to shout out. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give a shout out to a YouTuber who was spot on with sexual sin. The YouTube channel and the guy I'm going to shout out is the BAPG, okay? The BAPG made a very good point on how to stop falling into sexual sin. He talks about the consequences in sexual sin, the long-term effects, the damage you could even do to your very soul, and spiritually and physically, and how it can harm you mentally too. It's mentally scarring. People change because of sex, because of all those soul ties, those spirits that they also are inside, of them. Why do you think in the Bible God speaks on sex only being in marriage only between a husband and a wife, not a whoremonger and a whore? This world is not getting any better. Like I said, did you know women in relationships and marriages today are also prostitutes when they're exchanging their body and looks for long-term finances? People don't think about that. Right? But it's funny. Onlyfans models, Instagram models, strippers, and escorts, they're called these labels so society does not hurt their feelings. That's how I was watching stuff on the news where they said, oh, Onlyfans model did this, Instagram model did that. Just keep it real. They're modern day prostitute, okay? They're the prostitutes of today. Prostitute 2023. Call it like it is. I don't care if people's feelings are involved. You got to tell the truth to wake a lot of people up. People will curse at you and stuff, get offended. That's because you hit a nerve, because you know that you're attacking that devil that's inside of them, that evil spirit that they're carrying with them. That wicked spirit does not like being told the truth or told what to do. That's how Satan runs. That's how Satan works. The author of confusion, conflict, hatred, violence, vain. Want to do things his way instead of the way of God. God's word and God's biblical principles is way better than following the ways of man, which also leads to Satan, which also is leading people into hell. This world is in a spiritual warfare. So many women today and men today are so sexually warped, sexually immoral, Millions and millions and millions and millions of people are on porn every single day. I quit porn a long time ago, never gonna turn back to it, even if any temptations was to try to creep in my dreams or anything, any form of temptations, because in the real world, you could go out, mind your business, and out of nowhere, boom, there's a woman wearing a skanky outfit. There's a guy who's half naked, showing off his biceps and his body. Sexual temptation in this world is real because people carry that style, that lifestyle with them everywhere they go every single day, like it's a badge of honor. When at the exact same time, you look disgusting in God's eyes, and people who fears God will stay away from that. I'd rather stay away from such people because they're only going to bring nothing but drama, headaches, unwanted pregnancies, STDs, soul ties, drama into your life. Then a lot of these people are not capable of loving one another. How could you expect someone to love you when they don't even love themselves? How could you expect to expect love from someone who does not love themselves? A person who loves themselves would not treat themselves like a used utility. They would not treat themselves like a cum bucket. A man of honor wouldn't treat himself like a disposable tool. That he's jacking his way into every single woman that he sees. And when he gets stereotyped, he don't like it either. People just gotta wake up and see what's fair and what's real in reality. Do you know there's women today that has an OnlyFans account who is an Instagram model, quote unquote? They're having sex on the side and they want their boyfriend or their husbands to support them, to support their decisions. My body, my choice. They let social media influence them this far for them to be in more power. So many men in power failed because of sexual sin. This is how crazy and wicked this world is, just like that song that Ariana Grande made, If God Was a Woman. That's the most blasphemous, hell-bounding, deserving, foolish music video that she ever did, and I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I made a video about that because that really disrupted my very soul to the core, because it was so evil and wicked to me that God is not a woman. Of course, she's going to be used by the Illuminati and the media, the people who's behind using these celebrities to extort people and control the minds of people, right? In this matrix, right? Of course, she's going to be used to brainwash women even further. Just like Jennifer Lopez song where, oh, I ain't your mama and stuff like that. People are not thinking deep in today's time. How the way we're living today, what people seem or deem to be normal is not normal at all. It's not normal to be shacking up. It's not normal to have kids out of wedlock. It's not normal to be living together and not married. It's not normal to involve yourself because of sexual sin. There's a lot of people who believe they're strong enough to resist the temptations of sexual sin until they're put in that situation where they're being shown sexual sin. Satan, the devil, can place people in your life to grab your attention, to move you away from your own families. One of the top reasons marriages is also ended in divorce is because of pornography. That's one of the main reasons marriages are ended in divorce. Pornography. Affairs. One partner is cheating on the other. It's not just about money. Yes, money is the root of all evil. That's the main reason why I brought up the terms prostitution. Even though it comes in different labels, it all leads to the same conclusion and the same word. Prostitute. It all leads down to the exact same thing. I don't care if people feel uncomfortable with what I'm saying. A lot of people need to call this out because too many people today are living in la la land. They're living in their heads and they're acting like, oh, stuff like this doesn't exist. It got nothing to do with me. But at the end of the day, this is real. This is the real world. I have kids. I would not want to put my kids in the exact same boat as how everybody else is living, because whatever they deem to be okay is not okay. Oh, because he's doing it, I'm going to do it. Because she's doing it, I'm going to do it. You're being a follower. Then you don't even have a mind of your own. The Bible has so much wisdom that even in today's time, I even notice a lot of TV shows will use references from the Bible to state quotes, to state scriptures, but they're only picking and choosing, so they're no better than the modern Christian in today's society, because they're no better either. They're only following the crowd. They're following the trends, the masses. I'm not gonna be a follower. I've been through that life. Went through tough times. It didn't lead me nowhere. It led me only through tears, pain, crying, drama. That life with going down the road, following the crowd, doing the wrong things, partying hard, doing drugs and all that crap, that's not going to do nothing for you in the end. There's people who are dying in their early 20s every single day, living a meaningless life because they think that they got time, when you don't even know when your time is going to be your last. The reason why I'm even saying all this is because people need to think about this and be real with themselves. Onlyfans models, Instagram models, strippers, and escorts are all modern day prostitutes. And people want to act like stuff like this is normal and it's okay. The reason why the government is not even banning pornography and is not banning OnlyFans is because the government and the world and society is evil at the exact same time because of money. As long as it's pumping money, as long as it's pumping taxes, and they're getting a cut from this crap, from this garbage, and they're making their money from it, it's all good. It's all good. You think all these modern day escorts, OnlyFans models, prostitutes, and strippers are not having sex? Yes, they are. They're having sex on the side for money. They're having sex on the side for exchange for cash. They're doing it every day, even behind the closed doors. Your coworkers, your bosses, your CEOs, they could be smiling in your face. You don't know people today. You just don't know. If you see people are normalizing stuff like this, that's how you should know. Majority of people today are practicing the same behavior today. And people need to just wake up and just smell the coffee and wake up to reality. This is the real world today. This is how a lot of women and men are living today. I pray for the generation behind me because I don't know how bad things is going to get in the future, but there's scientists and people talking about wanting to have like a sex robot, a sex AI. Everything is about sex. When the real meaning behind sex is marriage as an honor from God to procreate the right way, not out of selfish, vain things, not out of money, not out of selfishness. Lack of remorse is not even found anymore, and modesty is not even found anymore at all in today's society. This is how this wicked world is living today. It's corrupted and it's sad. I'm praying for the best of everybody out there who's struggling with pornography, because I brought this up before in one of my last videos. Sexual sin could lead to so many downfalls and so many things. Women are showing it because men is also enabling it. If men woke up tomorrow and said, you know what, I'm not going to pay for no OnlyFans models, I'm going to stop watching porn, the porn industry would be destroyed. But because of sin, and people in this world loves their flesh and satisfying their flesh more than God, they go back more and more and more into their flesh and feed their flesh more. And they don't realize that they're worshiping Satan, the beast, the snake, the serpent of lies. Like I said, OnlyFans models, Instagram models, strippers, and escorts, they're all the same. They're a prostitute. The sooner people notice, the better. I'm going to just keep it real with all of you. This is Casual Talk here. Peace out. Let me know what you think. Be smart out here, guys, and wake up and smell the coffee.